right. I think we did it. I think we're live. Just trying to get my camera angle together. Okay, so this is just so everybody's clear. This is my first time ever live streaming it on YouTube. So if it's a little, if it's a little chunky, if it's a little wonky, that's the reason why. But we are here, and I am thankful for that and excited to talk today. I invited my mama and a couple of friends in, so we're just gonna like relax and go with the vibes today. So let me see here. I'm gonna try to minimize. I would still see if people come in and say anything, but I don't want to just be like staring at myself the whole time because you guys are up here. But let me see if I get further away, maybe it's just easier for me to kind of keep control of the screen and everything. All right, so the topic today is how to transform your life. And then I think I added a little subtitle, which is about the three healthiest letters. I'm sorry, the three most important letters on your health journey. So the three most important, I'll just get it right out of the way up top. The three most important letters in your health journey are the letters IER. It's not an acronym, but it's about thinking in relative terms. It's about thinking not about, oh, I have to hit something 100%, but rather thinking in terms of, well, what would be healthier? If I know I need to be kinder to myself, and I'm not ready for the full-on affirmation, oh, I'm a walking, living, breathing goddess. And like, if we're not there yet, what's a healthier way of talking to myself? What is a healthier choice that I can make in this moment? If I'm eating, for instance, fast food 400 times a day, maybe I could scale it back to 300. That would be healthier, for instance. So we're going to get into a lot of those kinds of details and that sort of thing in a second. But the way that thinking in terms of IER or ER, I guess, because sometimes it's the comparative tense would be just ER and not IER, but you get my meaning. Sometimes the reason why it's that is the key to transforming your life is because any all or nothing way of thinking is going to leave you with nothing. Oh, there's my baby. Hi, Scotty. Mwah. Thank you, my love. I'm so glad that you're here, babes. So it's not just me hoping that this is actually live. So thanks, baby. I'm glad you're here. So we just was starting explaining what the three most important letters. I guess it could be two or three. It's ER or IER. My mama's here. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, mommy. So my mom is, my number one fan. So she and I did these lives on a different platform together for a little while for me to get used to it. So mom, thank you. Glad that you're here too. So I'm going to just recap in case you guys just got in. I can't tell when you all enter until you comment. I guess I can up here. There's like a little thing that says how many people. Okay, so the way that we're going to focus on transforming our life is by thinking in terms of what is better, what is healthier. So that's the letters. IER are the three most important letters, healthier. So everything that I'm talking about here on Healthy Habits Huddle. And by the way, high five, clap, clap. Give me a pound. This is the huddle. This is your weekly huddle. This is your weekly reset, your weekly place to come to reorient yourself around health. Now you can pay attention to what I'm saying. I'm going to be giving you gold. It's like spun gold that is coming out of my mouth and just pouring from my aura all onto you and into you and just wanting to enrich you so much. So you can listen to me. I'm going to say great things. And also you can mute this and work on something that you know you need to do for your health. If you need to make some doctor's appointments, or you need to research some supplement that you're thinking of taking, or you need to actually do the action of meditating because you want to start meditating, so you could use this time for that as well. I'm going to have a little time in a minute where I'll do a little co-working session for us. I'll set a timer and I'll have an activity to offer for everybody to do that can kind of help you orient on where you are on your health journey in a few different areas, but use this time for you. This huddle is a time for us to come together and make room for health in our lives. And I want to be clear about my perspective on what health is. Health etymologically comes from a root word that has to do with wholeness. So it has to do with the entirety or wholeness of the self. And so from my perspective, that includes huge amounts of the divinity, the invisible part of the self, as well as huge, beautiful, wonderful, sacred portions of the physical part of self. Like I don't make a huge distinction between, I don't see the dichotomy of like, oh, the spirit world's all good and beautiful and the physical world's all shameful and bad. Like none of that here. None of that here. It is all glory and brilliance and all of that sort of thing. So wholeness, when we're talking about health here, I'm going to always be coming from a perspective of you being your whole, pure, authentic self. And it's going to always be relative. You could always be more integrated. You could always be more aligned. You could always be more, and, unless you're just sitting, in some perfect state of oneness with, the all that is, like, more power to you. You need to get on the live stream and talk to us about what that's like. So that's my perspective on what healthy is about. It's about more of the truth of you, more of the authenticity that you are, shaking off the dust and shining bright. And most importantly, I really want you to be present for it. I don't want you to miss it. I was telling my mom, I was going through some pictures. I moved into a new place and I was organizing and doing different things. And I went through all the pictures and keepsakes that I've had for my life. I've kept them over my lifetime. And I was looking back at and realizing there were so many times when I missed it. I was not present to how unique I was, how much fun I was having, how special I was, how beautiful I was, how healthy I was, how strong I was, how loved I was, how excited I was about what I had going on. I was just in it. But I really want to also bring a level of consciousness and presence to your awareness so you don't miss it. There's always something negative to focus on, but at the same time, there's always something enriching and positive that you can drink in and nourish yourself with and become more whole and more present and more full and just have an opportunity to dwell in the great fullness of life. That is a Lynn Twist, and we'll get to her when we talk about financial health. Okay, so our project today. So I want to give some context to the way that we're going to be handling things in the huddle. So the Healthy Habits Huddle is your time, as I said before, and your journey is your own. So I have paid attention to health and fitness long enough to realize that everybody has a different welcome in. I see a couple more people came in. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I can't see who you are, but I see that the count went up. So thank you for being here. Everything that you go to look up, especially if you're new to your health journey or if you've been prioritizing other things, you're going to go in to try to get this right. You're going to say, I'm going to eat something healthy. I'm going to do the healthy thing. And you're going to start researching. You're going to start applying yourself and you're going to come up with answers. And then you're going to come up with conflicting answers. And then you're going to come up with people arguing about what's right. And you're going to be like, oh my God, what do I eat? Everything is bad. What exercise do I do? Everything is not quite right. And this, that, and the other. That, my friend, is a trap. We're not going to get into that. Your journey is unique to you. What is great advice for one person is going to be terrible advice for the next person. So ownership, accountability. So I started the idea of Healthy Habits Huddle as an accountability club for people on their health journey to help support. And I mean accountability in terms of ownership. So owning your journey is about knowing that it is yours and nobody else's, and what's right for you is going to have to be personal to you, and that can evolve and change over time. So I'm going to give you some examples, because what I want to emphasize here in the huddle is you know what you're supposed to do. You know a lot of what you're supposed to do, and you're never going to know everything that you're supposed to do. It's an evolving thing. So under the premise that you already know what you're supposed to do, the huddle is here to help give you a container to remind you and bring you back to it and give you an opportunity to get deeper into it and learn some things and be in community and all that kind of stuff. I see we got somebody else who just came in. Thank you for being here. I can't see who you are unless you leave a comment, but I'm loving that you're here. Welcome. All right, so I'm going to give you some examples of how we know what we should do and how there's conflict around these ideas. So I'm just going to read off the list. This is a list I put together before this. So we all know we should eat less, exercise more, eat better, lift weights, drink more water, stretch, drink less, stop smoking, stop doing any drugs, end your addictions, eat your greens, sleep more, go to bed earlier, wake up earlier, look on the bright side, but at the same time be realistic, shoot for the stars, but you know what, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Go see a doctor. No, avoid mainstream medicine altogether. Stay informed, but you know what, take a break from social media and turn off the TV. Don't watch the news. Stop scrolling. You need to walk more. You need to take up running, but you know what, don't go running because it's bad for your knees. Stop your toxic relationships. Stop pining for your ex. Stop settling. You need to heal your past trauma. You need to make more money. You need to get out and connect with people. Like, relax more, work more. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's so much that we've heard that gets bombarded into our head that we're supposed to do, and so much of it doesn't go together. Like, you should set a boundary, but at the same time, you should be more vulnerable. You get what I'm saying? We all have we're all swimming in a soup of shoulds and supposed tos, and that's okay. That's part of it. So I don't want you to be put off by that. I don't want you to be concerned about that. I want you to be perfectly unbothered about that, because that's the world. And that is actually a microcosm of how life is. There's a lot out here, but I want you to live your fullest life. So whatever you feel attracted to, whatever you feel you want to try, whatever you feel like would be your path or something that would work for you, would be safe for you, that is what I want you to embrace while we're doing this. So I'm never going to be like, hey, that's not the latest and greatest. I might share that information if I know something, but always take what is feeling right for you and move along your individual journey. So I want to check in with you guys. Do you have anything in your life right now that you could say, I know I should be doing that? So a healthy habit, something that you've been meaning to do more of, something that you kind of started and maybe fell off from, or something that you always wanted to do, but you just keep not having time for it. Go ahead and leave a comment in the comments there and let me know, what is it you think you're supposed to do, or what do you already know that you should be doing that would help make your journey a little bit healthier? So if you can, let me know in the comments, and I will see where your head is and where your thoughts are on all of that. So Scotty says, so basic, I should drink more water. Scotty, I love that you said that, my love. I love that you said that. So that's a great example too of like, drink more water. Something that seems so simple, like Scotty said, but it can be a super duper challenge to do that when we don't have a system. And this is something that I'm gonna share that we're gonna be that I want y'all to peep. Every habit, so this is the healthy habits huddle. Every habit that you want to start, you're gonna have to develop a system around that habit. Chromolush says, eat better. I love that. And Chromolush, what does better mean to you right now for where you are on your journey? Lindell says, do more cardio and drink more water. There's another drink more water. I love that. Let's talk about drinking water since you guys brought it up. Part of this is gonna be like, why not do some Q&A? Because I do have some insight on drinking more water that I will share. And so this is an example. So whatever you have going on, you're going to have to build a system around it. If you notice that the habit is not sticking, you have to start building a system around it. And it's going to take extra energy at first, and then the behavior is going to get set, and then you're going to have that system in place. So my system for drinking a lot of water, and I will tell you, I think I emptied my other container. So let me go get it for y'all. We're going to talk about drinking more water, and we're going to use this as an example for how to do any new habit. 1 second, y'all. I want to show you my system and give you a couple of tricks for drinking more water. Okay, so I did a 30-day, it ended up being like a year long. I did a 30-day physique transformation challenge one time, and they wanted me to drink a gallon of water a day. And this is a challenge, and I was trying to win a contest and everything. So I was all in, super intense. This was my #1 priority in my life. We have to recognize that when we're trying to put these new habits in place, we already have a life that's going in full motion, right? It's fully active. So I still can't because we're on my computer. I'm looking for my phone. Where's my phone? I was gonna show you my phone so that I can show you a My phone has, I guess, gone to brunch. Oh, here she is. Okay, so these are the things that I can tell you that are going to be helpful for you when you want to start drinking more water. An alarm, first off, and I would only set this for twice a day, maybe 3 times a day, something like that. And it's just going to say, drink some water. That's it. Some people set it every hour, some people this, but you can get into a habit where you're just hitting snooze on it and it's not going to be as effective. But if you have a morning check-in and you have an afternoon check-in and you have an evening check-in pretty early in the evening, maybe 6 o'clock, because you don't want to be drinking a lot of water later because it can keep you up going to the bathroom in the middle of the night. And then you fill your water the night before. I have to suggest getting a water jug. Mine has a little room in her skirt here, but I definitely recommend getting a water jug that has the times on it. And this is a really big tip that really helps me because sometimes you just don't feel like drinking water. Every time you go to take the sip of water, you count your swallows. So you're drinking, gulp, 1 gulp is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would take 10 gulps when I was trying to drink a gallon a day, which is more than I'm doing today. But I would try to take 10 gulps. So maybe start at 4 to 6 or something like that. Take a certain number of gulps every time you get to your water jug or whatever it is that you're going to use. And I can, as I kind of figure out YouTube and stuff like that, I'll give you links and things like that. But glass, if you can do glass, is good, or non-BPA plastic, fine. But you're going to want to start with putting as much water as you want to drink for the day into your carafe. This one actually works well because it has a little straw. It's easy to clean, and I can drink directly out of this. Typically, I would say get one that you don't drink out of because it'll get all gross. Like if you're putting your mouth on it and you're just kind of filling it up and it's hard to clean. When they have the screw top, the little threads can be hard to get the bacteria. It's kind of gross. But or copper. So copper is not going to get gross if you put your mouth on it. For some reason, copper is like antibacterial. But set an alarm to remind you to check in on your water every single time. Start your day with your water jug full, have how much you want to get in that day, and then count your swallows. Count your swallows and see how you do. And again, we're going from healthier. So you don't want to go necessarily, don't challenge yourself to go from like 4 ounces of water today to 128 ounces of full gallon. If you're really only getting in 1 or 2, cups of water a day, start to try to get 4 or something like that. Do you see what I'm saying? Like do something that's healthier, and that is going to be a way more sustainable way to do it. And that's with any habit, I think. Sometimes it's helpful to just dive right in, but in general, with things like what we're talking about, eating healthier, drinking more water, those kinds of things are going to be a lot easier to do if you give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace and say, you know what? I'm going to do a little better. And I would love it if you would use this huddle as your check-in. So you can write down today, and if you have something to write with, or just make a mental note or put a note in your phone or something like that, whatever it is that you want to do, put where you are today. So how much water am I drinking today? Right now, I'm honestly probably getting in one of these and probably like one of these, split between these two. I fill this one up and I fill this one up at the start of the day. And I'm probably getting through about, like this is like half a gallon. That's probably what I'm doing. I get more when I'm like going to the gym and sweating and stuff like that. But do you see how it's a system? And you feel ridiculous. When I was doing that 30-day challenge, I was that girl literally carrying around a big jug of water, a gallon jug of water everywhere I went. I was that person, no matter my outfit, no matter if I was going to the gym or going to the grocery store, at a party. Oh my God, like it's corny, but I was so committed that's what I did. But you have to build a system. Otherwise, and maybe my system, maybe these tips are going to be perfect for you. Again, it's your journey, but find a way. Another thing that sometimes is really nice is if you have something you love to drink out of, like a really elegant piece of crystal or something with a stem, something like that, and you have something nice you can drink out of, that can be really good as well as a way to make you want to drink. I had this beautiful green glass with a long stem as a wine glass or something, but I would like to drink out of that. Another big way to drink more water is to flavor it with something. Definitely not anything with fake sugar in it. I hate that for all of us. Nothing like that. But you can put in, fruit essences. You can put in those electrolyte powder packets. There's so much stuff like that that's available today. But think about flavoring your water with something that's, kind of healthy as well. I like sparkling water is another way to get in more ounces. So those are just some tips since a couple of people were talking about drinking more water. And it illustrates the point that I want you to make, which is you're going to have to build systems. And I want to underscore that it's going to take time. And it doesn't matter. We're here for a healthier experience. We're here to be present for the beauty of our lives. And now you have a huddle where you can come each week and participate in what we're saying, or put us on mute and do what you need to do health-wise. Go online, figure out what kind of a container would I like to drink out of. How many ounces of water should I have for my body fat, like whatever it is. Use this time as your weekly touch point to keep health top of mind. It's so easy to get pulled into all the other things that are going on in life, but health is wealth. Our bodies are the vessels that we live and experience our entire lives through. And those of you who have had pain or have had chronic pain or have had injuries, you know that it is so hard to be present to the beauty of life when we don't have our health. So please use this opportunity, use this huddle, use this space to love on yourself health-wise. That would be really, really meaningful to me if I could offer you a space where each week you come back and you check in and reconnect with where you are health-wise. So if you take a snapshot today of about how much water you're getting in and you know you want to drink more, maybe you set a goal of doing 10% more, 20% more, twice as much. And when you come back next week, check in with yourself. Say, hey, how did I do this week? I did better. You're using the 3 most important letters in your health journey, IER or ER, better, ER, better, healthier, right? Let's see here. Healthy Hair Riddle says, OMG, you look fabulous and healthy. It took me 21 minutes to figure out how to post it. I love you, Healthy Hair Riddles. Thank you so much for being here, gorgeous. Mwah, I appreciate you so much. Chromalash says, heard bubbly is good, like bubbly water. Heard bubbly is good before it was said to not be good. Aha! Chromalesh is talking about what I was saying a second ago. We're going to get conflicting information. Do not allow it to paralyze you. Do not allow conflicting information to stop you on your journey. Make a decision and roll with it. Make a decision and roll with it. And if you can't figure out, if there's something that's just like, oh, I can't figure that thing out or whatever, that's when you start looking for help, asking people, figuring, that kind of thing. And I would even make another suggestion. If there's something you just can't make peace with on your health journey, shift gears. Go into a different area of your health journey and focus your energy there. If you just, for instance, like Noni was, Chromalesh was saying, she heard it was, bubbly water's good, bubbly water's not good. Is it okay? Is it not okay? I'm here to tell you and just re-emphasize, you're going to hear conflicting information all the time. Nobody has everybody's answers. What is great advice one day for one person is terrible advice for the same person the next day, or for another person the same day. It's just like, this is your journey. You own it. You are accountable to doing your best that you can for yourself. And that's just going to be what it is. So we have been in here for a little bit. I want to make sure that we do have time for you to take a little bit of a session to a little work session. And so let's get into a little bit of that. Does anybody have any questions or anything that they want to say or ask for? I have a question for you guys, actually. Do you like a Sunday morning huddle, or do you think a Saturday morning huddle would work better for you? I don't know if people have a big preference. Let's see here. Healthy Hair Riddle says, question, can we add fruit to the water to alter the taste? My opinion, abso-freaking-lutely. I am a fruit fan and a fruit fanatic. Fruit, from my perspective, is literally nature's gift to us. Like, it grows on trees. It's antioxidant. It is full of fiber. Its purpose in life, the purpose of a fruit is to carry a seed. Fruit was literally made by nature. Of how many countless years of evolution came and said, you know what we should do? We're going to take the seeds that we need to use to make more proliferate abundance on the planet. We're going to take that seed and we're going to put it inside of something really delicious and shiny and pretty color. And we're going to offer that to the beings on the planet who need to eat. so that they can eat it and take our seeds and spread it around. Everybody wins. I love fruit. I love the idea of adding fruit into stuff. And guess what you're going to hear? People out there are going to be like, no, anything you do, not fruit. I can't get into it. I love it. I think it's great. And I think you get a chance to prioritize. Is it more important to me to have more water, even if it has a fruit essence in it? Or is it more important for me to avoid fruit because somebody out there decided and did a study that was paid for by the saccharin industry that says fruit is not your friend? Like, that's my opinion. I'm glad you asked Healthy Hair Riddles. That's where I stand on fruit. I would say absolutely. Fruit, berries, mint leaves. There's so many different things, and you'll find your thing that you like. Tea is another great way to get in a lot of water. And if you get a healthier tea, like something that's, I would say, organic, something that's not too stimulating caffeine-wise, that can be another way to really flavor the water. And if you like sweet, I'm a liquid stevia fan. I know not everybody loves it. Okay, let's see here. Sunday is better for Healthy Hair Riddles. I love that. And she says, question, do you keep a health journal? Oh my gosh, I love that you're asking that. You're right there to keep up with all the information or see what's working for you. How do you track your progress? That is a great question. And Melanie says, how do you feel about hydration packs? Melanie, Healthy Hair, I'm going to get your question right up because you're right on track with something we need to talk about. So thank you. Melanie, I love hydration packs. I love them as long as, for me, I would choose to have ones that don't have any added sugar. But again, what is your priority? If you find some that you really like that make you drink a bunch of water and they have a little bit of a sweetener in it that you feel comfortable with, I would say make your choice. Go for it. If it helps you drink more water and that's important to you and something you feel on your journey is key, you weigh that for yourself and do it. Personally, I love hydration packs. So I want to tell you a little bit about hydration. So it has to do with electrolytes. And for the longest time, I didn't know what electrolytes were. It's like, oh, this magical thing. They're minerals. It's minerals. It's minerals. So we need, we're beings from the earth, and we need, the elements of the earth to make us, we're bioelectric, hydroelectric beings. So we need to feed that energy. So I love hydration packs. I love us getting our minerals, all of that. I think it's fantastic. I super duper encourage that. If you have something that you've been wanting to try, I think it's great. Let's see here. And okay, so let's talk about these journals. Sunday's better also for Linda. Okay, that's beautiful. Of course. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Mel. Okay, so Healthy Hair Riddles had a great question. I started the Healthy Habits Huddle, and I was thinking I was going to do kind of a club and different things, and I'm still trying to sort that out. But one of the big things I was going to encourage people to do, especially if you want to keep track of your health as a project in your life, as something that you want to be able to track your progress on, absolutely. I would get a manila folder, a digital folder, a notebook. I like to use planners myself, and I'll show you how I use those. Let's see here. What is a hydration pack? It's like an electrolyte packet. I think, Melanie, let me know. Let Healthy Hair know if you have something specific. But I think if you just Google like water hydration pack or packet, I think that's what she's talking about. Do they make the water taste better? Yeah, I like sweeter, fruity taste. Yes. Yeah, a lot of them do. And so since this is something that you all are interested in, when we come back next week on Sunday, I will have some research done for y'all about hydration packs and what's available for you. So thank you. Chroma Lush says fruit water is plasma. What? Water, the fourth state of water. I think that's the right word. Fruit water is plasma? Taking a note. I will be researching that. Okay. I love it. And there's so much, there's just so much to learn. So much magic on the planet. Okay. So let's talk about your tracking your progress on your journey. I know that some people hate keeping track of stuff like this. And it's like, get away from me, I can't do it. And some people love it, but that's actually something that we're going to do during our co-working session here. I'm going to set a timer, and I'm going to have you go through a series of health related areas and just take a snapshot, because we're going to get ourselves a starting spot, a starting place. So yes, a notebook, a piece of paper, scraps of paper, backs of envelopes, a sketchbook, I don't care, but something that each week when you come back to the huddle and you're ready to reorient yourself about your health and your wholeness and your authenticity and the presence and juice of life and all of that, when you're ready to come back, someplace you can see what you did last week. That's it. So it can be as simple as some pieces of paper. It can be this is a planner, and I'll show you how I use this. It can be a piece of no, I don't care. It can be something digital. I tend to like analog better for this kind of thing because I feel like digital in theory is great because you can access it anywhere. Again, in theory, but if you're in the huddle on your phone and you got to keep going back and in and out to try to find it on your phone and stuff like that, that can sometimes be a challenge. I find that I end up using a combination of digital that's with me all the time where I can keep notes and analog where I write things down. Now, one of the reasons why, now I'm the queen of a journal and a notebook. At one point, I had every single journal that I'd ever kept in my life from starting in 3rd or 4th grade. I threw those away. I got over it. But I'm a journaler. I'm a paper person. So I'm going to have journals and plenty of room to write a lot of ideas and stuff like that. But here is what I have come to that I also really love. Just a month at excuse me a month at a glance planner, whether it's 1 page or 2, can be really nice. I'll show you how I use them. So like this, and I write certain things like I have on here downloaded. This is about business, but where's my health one? Oh, my health one's over there. But you could maybe have something like this. I would write like attended Healthy Habits Huddle live stream. And then next day, drank 8 ounces of water. Next day, drank 6 ounces of water. Next day, peed too much, drank water too late. You can you just put whatever happened that was significant that you're tracking on a certain day. You can get in the margins and write certain notes. If you don't write anything all week, you can then just use the whole week. For instance, like say this is a week that I didn't write anything. At the end of the week, if there's something I want to record, I can be like, I just write like a journal entry all across the pages. So that's a way that I really have gotten into doing it. This particular one has the months at the front and then all of this just empty notes at the back. So that's something I like, but you got to spend some coin on this. Might not be worth it for you. You have to figure out for yourself, like if that's something that matters to you. We can talk about this next time. Scotty, you're going to recognize this. This is Abraham Hicks emotional scale. Any month, you can figure out what month you want to do, right? Any month, each day, you can pick an area of health and then plot how you're feeling about it. This is a quality of life thing. We can get into this another time. But so to answer your question, healthy hair, yes, absolutely, my love. Keep track of it somewhere, somehow. But I want it to, again, be your way. As long as you can find it again when you come back to the huddle and you know what it means and it works for you and it invites you in and it's something that you like engaging with, chef's kiss. That is perfect. Let's see here. Melanie says, I like Venture Pal. Ooh, Venture Pal hydration. I'm going to write this down. I think I can access these comments later, but I'm going to keep it just in case. What journal is that? Great question, baby. Let's see here. Healthy Hair says, also, can we add liquid multivitamins? Yes. I love how y'all are thinking about this water. Can we add liquid multivitamins versus regular vitamins for the next meeting? Yes. Is Nature Made a good brand, etc.? I'm getting my notebook this week. Oh, I love it. So I can research Nature Made for you, but I'm going to tell you again, by one set of standards, Nature Made is probably going to be fantastic. By another set of standards, it's going to be the double. So I can give you my opinion. I am not a doctor. I am a licensed health coach, though, but or not licensed, I guess, to be certified. I think the state does licensing, but it's going to be there's going to be conflict. And if you're a person who needs something to be absolute, it's going to be really a process for you to learn to trust your choices, because you're always going to have conflicting information. Somebody's always going to assail. I'm going to say yes. Somebody else is going to say no. I'm going to say no. Somebody else is going to say yes. And there's a lot of misinformation out there coming from a lot of different sources. And sometimes big companies put out information to help their bottom line and their shareholder interest, and it's really questionable. They pay for studies, different things happen. So it can be treacherous in that way, but I will investigate and I will tell you my opinion about stuff when you come here, and that is what I can offer. Chroma Lush was asking about this, and when I get, again, all this stuff figured out, I will link all this stuff for y'all. This is for 2025, but they gave me months leading up to 2025, which I love. They gave me like all these single pages. here per month before. And the company, this has actually become my favorite company so far that I found for journals. I always just really like them. It's Blue Sky. Can you see that? Blue Sky. So they're my favorite one. And this is January to December of 2025 monthly planning calendar notes. So I can link it. I know where I bought it. I can link it under this video, but I don't know how to do that right now. But yes, anything that you want to add to your water that is going to help you actually drink it. And I love it. You get that too for you put your liquid vitamins in there. I have some actually fairly tasty liquid vitamins that I put in. I don't put it in my big thing of water, but I'll pour my big thing of water into something else, and I'll put different things that I like to mix in there. I'm taking some MSM for hair growth and different things like that. But absolutely healthy hair, and I love how y'all are thinking about this. Who's ready to co-work? I am. I'm ready. All right, family. We got a 10. Well, it'll probably be a 9-minute co-working session. I'm going to be the timekeeper. And you can use this time, just like this whole huddle, use it for whatever you want that is going to help your health journey. I love it. I love that we can come together and just get everybody back in touch with what matters to us health-wise, and then come back next week and say, look back, how did we do? Where are we? What's the next? What's up for us next? Congratulate ourselves, ask questions, get information, and move on, and then come back the next week and do it. So I love that. Now I'm going to set a timer, and I'm going to invite you guys to do something. This is a starting place. This is just going to be our checklist for where we're starting on our journey. Actually, I'm going to use my Tabata timer. Anyway, that's the kind of girl I am. We're going to use the Tabata timer, and I'm going to do 1 minute, and we're going to do 9 sessions of this. So just so you know, if you want to use this time how you want to use this time, what we're going to be doing in the co-working session, you can just mute this if you don't know if it's annoying or whatever. But I'm going to be doing a 1 minute timer. I'm going to give you guys an area of health. I put together like 9 areas just to get you thinking about the different areas of your life health-wise. And I just want you to take this 60 seconds in that area and just connect with, how do I feel in that area? Do I feel like I'm doing fine in that area? Do I feel like I could be healthier? And if so, how? What's important to me in that area? This is a snapshot. This is just so when you come back next week, if you look back at that area of your life, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's where I started. Or 6 months from now, you can look back. And so healthy hair, I know you don't have your journal yet, your health journal, and don't worry. I can show you next time how to take anything that you do today on a piece of paper, if you decide to do it on paper, and put that into the journal that you're starting later. We don't let anything stop the show. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do the actions. So healthy hair says, I'm ready. I know that's right. Let's see here. All right, yeah. So I got that other word. Okay, so here we go. 9 cycles, because I have 9 categories. So I'm going to tell you the first category that I want you to think about in your life is your physical health. This is a broad category. So this has everything to do with how your physical body is functioning. Like, how are your knees doing? Were you told that you maybe have some liver congestion? Like, where am I in terms of my physical health? And this is also, it's a big umbrella. This also has to do with healthy eating. This has to do with, am I, walking? I know Lindell said, I need to do more cardio. That's something. So just check in, and it's really kind of like a stream of consciousness. Any notes that you have, it's not a formal thing. You can't get it right or wrong. Anything that is like triggered into your the alert part of your mind right now that has to do with your physical health. I'm going to start the timer, and I just want you to just take a note, just write down where you are on this for the next 60 seconds. Work. I'm going to do it too. Hey, okay, that was the first one. How did everybody do? What was that like? I'm going to take a little pause here to check in with y'all and see what this is like for you to do this. How did that feel? Were you able to come up with anything? Give me a little bit of feedback in the comments to see how that felt for you to write for 60 seconds about that topic. And so I can gauge how we're doing because I got 8 more. And if you're hating this, tell me now. Tell me now. So this is what I wrote in this section. It says physical health. I'm thankful I found another great gym. I just joined a new gym yesterday. It says my knees feel pain-free so far, trying little bouts of running. So I've been like jogging for 1 minute and then walking for a minute because I had some knee pain and I really want to get back into running. So that's my little check-in that I was able to get started in this 60 seconds. I know it's not a ton of time, but it's like getting us connected. Let's see here. Chroma says, I like the focus. All right. Thank you for the feedback. Let's get into it. We're going to do another section right now. I'll give you another 60 seconds of quiet work. I want you to check in, give yourself a snapshot of how you're doing mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So I'm just using this as an umbrella to say the invisible parts of your experience. This has to do with self-talk. This has to do with, I don't know, meditation, your relationship with the divine, emotional trouble, like fighting that you're doing inside your head with your mate or whatever. Like what's going on inside of you that we wouldn't call physical body, but your sort of immaterial, emotional, mental, spiritual experience. Healthy Hair says slightly overwhelmed. List is long. Where to start first? But I like the focus. All right, baby, you got this place to come back every week, and we're just gonna like tease it out, just piece by piece, moment by moment. And I'm glad you're here. Okay, so we're gonna start again.
Stopping session.
Excuse me. We're gonna start again, and I want you to do mental, emotional, spiritual. So let's go. All right.
Stopping session.
There it was. How was that one? Do you have any feedback, anybody? Let me know if you need to say something. You want to say something positive. You want to say something that will help do better, help me do better, help us have a better session. Feel free to add that. She says, I love this one. Ew, I love it too. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, good. So I think we're good to continue to move on to section 3. Again, I have 9. Section 3 is financial health. Ah! So many people, I feel like people go, I know there's a couple of you out here are going to love this one, but we're trying to talk about financial health. And so this is, I do want to give just a little kind of intro to this. This doesn't mean like, we're not going to get stuck on this idea of a lot or a little. This is literally how healthy do I feel like my relationship is with the energy that I exchange around how I offer myself in the world and how I am compensated for it, how I care for my ability to pay, how I feel when I pay. Am I in resentment? Am I in gratitude? Do I feel right now just a little shaky? Are things a little wild? That's okay. Just write it down. We're just taking a snapshot. We know how life is. Life is up, life is down. Is this an area that feels like ugh to me, or is this an area where I feel like, you know what, I'm doing okay? Just a little snapshot. We're going to take 60 seconds just to deal with financial health in whatever ways are stimulated for you to think about that. But we're going to just talk about financial health inside of ourselves for the next minute.
Work. Stopping session.
All right, fam. We made it through. That was a financial health. Any feedback I should be aware of on that one for people? I actually want to check in with that. If somebody could give me like a little, how we doing? How we doing? How we doing with that one? Did it take anybody out? Let's see. She loves this one. Yes, with a capital LOVE. I love that you love it. Okay, good. So we're still making it. We're still surviving through it. Okay, that makes me super duper happy. Let me know, y'all, how you're feeling. Let's move on to the next one, which is going to be, are you ready? We're just getting all the taboos out at once. Healthy says finance can cause a lot of people stress, so taking inventory is good. Amen to that. Amen to that. And there's our society is so charged around that topic that it really is good to personalize it and make it a part of one's own journey in a way that's authentic for self. So I'm glad that we're checking in on it too. And I love your enthusiasm. We need that. We need that. So the next one is also a charged and exciting topic. Chroma says, such a like an aerial view of a city. So that for you was like oriented you that way. That is interesting. I like that. That means it seems to me like it didn't totally trigger you and take you out. It's like you're willing to engage. You're able to connect with it and willing to look at it. That's what I took from your comment. So I might be getting it wrong, but I do like that. I like what that stimulated in my mind. Melanie says, I'm loving, yes, she says, I'm loving my money system. Tracking on Monday. Girl, she got a whole system. She goes, share, let's listen. Tracking on Mondays, Money Mondays, hey, Money Mondays and spreadsheets. I am grateful to be growing. Oh, I love that. And I'm grateful that you're enriching us with sharing. So Melanie has Money Mondays. Chroma says, oh yes, okay, good. Money Mondays. Maybe we'll have to learn more about your system one day. And I think there's Melly's not the only one on here as some money system. So maybe one day, maybe we'll just, yeah. So financial health is a good one for y'all. Okay, I love that. Okay, so the next one is, I'm about to start the timer. Yes, Healthy says, yes, Money Mondays. I love that. Okay, we're talking about health. The next topic we're going to go on to, when we're right for 60 seconds, is sexual health. What does that mean for you? So, I mean, there's the physical part of sexual health, obviously, like you want to make sure the plumbing's working or whatever, but sexuality is creative, divine creative energy. Sexuality is a beautiful coalescence between the divine and the physical. It can be such a flourishing, beautiful part of existing. And yet we can get talked into believing that it's something totally different. We can find that, I'm not ready for that or whatever. It's fine. We're going to take 60 seconds. And I just want you to, just like we did with the other ones, where are we with our sexual health? And is there something that you want to do or differently or want to explore or whatever? Jot it all down.
Work. Stopping session.
Okay, I wanted to get that last little note in. Let me know if there's anything you want to share about that one. I know sexuality can be an intensely private thing for us sometimes. So if you don't want to share, that's okay. But I do want to tell you that Melanie was talking about her money system, and she said, "I'd love to share." Thank you, Mel. I find tracking weekly inspires me to find more money. I know that's right. So y'all are doing great. Thank you for your stamina of being here and writing this stuff down and getting your snapshot. We don't have to do this all the time, but we do want to grab a snapshot of where we're starting. So the next time that we're here, we will be able to maybe go into these a little bit deeper. For you, we're definitely going to talk about water. We're going to talk about hydration. We're going to talk about specific things, and I'll have another topic. But I again, I just want to emphasize that I'm so thankful that y'all are here to reconnect with your health, and we can do this every week. Let's see here. Healthy says, interesting. Healthy sex. You kind of need a healthy relationship first prior to the sex. Do you? Do you? That's a good question. I don't know that that's a requirement for me, but you get to decide that for yourself. I think we have an attitude and an understanding of how we feel about ourselves. Do we feel sexy? Do we, like self pleasure? There's that whole world, and that's a great question. That's a great question. She says, "Unless solo, exactly." And you know what? Not at it at all. But you bring up a good topic. It's our next topic. Healthy relationships. Healthy relationships. Is there somebody that I feel uncomfortable in my relationship with them right now? Is there someone that I need to forgive? How's my relationship with myself? Am I mad? I still have resentment at my upstairs neighbor because I had a few people over and they started beating on the floor and sent security because we were playing a board game. So I find myself like beefing inside my head with my neighbor. That's not a healthy relationship. So how are we doing in our relationships? Are we holding resentments? Are we having trouble speaking up for ourselves? Whatever. We got this one. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be the next 5 minutes, y'all. And then we're going to wrap it up and we're going to answer any more questions that y'all have. And then we're going to get on about our Sunday. Let's see here. And go.
Work. Stopping session.
Yes, you guys did it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was healthy relationships. The next one we're going to do is healthy leveling up. We're taking our snapshot today. We are just figuring out where we're starting. We are going to be growing from here, but I want you to know where you started. So whatever today is, when you end up watching this video, because I'm going to post this for people who aren't here in the live, this is just going to be a little snapshot, a little starting place. And I love that we can have a huddle where we can actually get some things done. So this is part of what we're getting done today. But I want to read Melanie's comment. She says, "I'm loving my marriage." How beautiful is that, y'all? I'm loving my marriage. And the connection and friendship is so deep. I am struggling a bit with my desire as I go through perimenopause, but finding my new normal. Amen to that. It is a journey, right? It is a journey. And it sounds like you're really able to be present for that, which is my biggest wish for everyone, that we can actually be present to the magic of life. Even when things are topsy-turvy, we can be a part of it and not feel estranged from it. So thank you for that comment. I love y'all. All right, let's move up. We're going to leveling up, glowing up. So the reason I include this as a healthy habit category, sometimes we just want something and I want to make sure I'm grounded in health. So I need a new BMW. I think that's fantastic. And I love that for you. Is it coming from a healthy place? Are you going to go sacrifice your financial health and relationship health because your partner's like, we can't afford it? Oh, I need a BMW. Is it a healthy desire? Or how can you do it in a healthful way? I really think there's something beautiful about like making your space beautiful. That's something that matters to me. Honoring the beauty that is your physical presentation. I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that can be healthy. And I think sometimes like when we start neglecting ourselves, we feel like, gosh, you know what? I really haven't been taking care of me. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about in healthy glow up, healthy level up. That's all those things, your style, I don't know, organizing your closet, whatever. This is the leveling up. And we need to check into how we're relating to that. So you got 60 seconds to check in on this, and then we got 3 more to do.
Work.
Ooh.
session.
All right, yet. Uh, Healthy Hair Riddle says about the relationships that we did a second ago. I was too brutal on this one. I said, dump all toxic relationships for 2025. I don't try to filter bleach of water to drink it. LOL. Dang, girl. Okay, I got it. So this is a perfect thing to think about. Like, if and different people, and this is why I say it's such an individual journey. One person might the best, most healthy thing one person could do might be to just cut ties with all toxic relationships, but another person might be working on grace, giving grace. Do you know what I'm saying? And just saying, you know what, I'm going to not get pulled in, but I'm also going to be kind in my mind to a person. But that might be the worst advice for somebody, for instance, like say in an abusive relationship. So I just want to keep re-emphasizing your journey is your own, and it's embraced and respected here for everybody. So that just made me think of that. Let's see here. But we just did Healthy Glow Up, Healthy Level Up. I liked this one because I realized it's helping me focus on making more money and pushing me to be here with y'all and share my enthusiasm for health and well-being with other people rather than just sitting and keeping it all to myself. So I do love a healthy glow up for pushing me because I realize I need expensive skincare. So that's pushing me. Last three, and then we're out of here. Next one up is self-care, healthy self-care. How we doing? What's a snapshot? Where we at with it? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Let's see here. Healthy Hair says, I want to glow up on spoiling myself, rather more body scrubs or creating a comfy home setting. I know that's right. The home is my sanctuary, decluttering more. I love all of those glow up goals. Those are so good. I love that. I think a lot of us feel the same way on a lot of that too, especially that decluttering one for me. All right. Self-care, self-care, self-care.
Stopping session.
All right. Self-care, such a broad category. I think self-care is probably my strongest area. That's probably my strongest area where I feel like I am living my best life of these healthy areas. So let me see here. Okay, so I already see that one. Okay, good. So I got everybody in for these last two. Who feels like self-care is their area they could really use the most work in? Who feels like self-care is the one where it's like, ooh, ooh, that's young and right. Okay, mastering the art of saying no. This is self-care. Yes, honey. Mastering the art of saying no. Spend time on taking care of me first, then take care of others. I hear that. And I had to get myself out of a big caretaking mode as well. I think, we're lovers naturally, and learning that I think it was Melanie Clark who I heard say, I have to give from my overflow. I have to fill my cup up so much that it's overflowing and then give from the overflow. So that's something I think also that can be helpful. Life. So the next one, and thank you for that healthy hair. That is a real big one that's a real big one for people who with big hearts. Okay, so we're gonna do daily life, stress management. If you are road raging at people, if you are out there like mad, if you are sleeping with your laptop, if you are just completely out of balance with your life, if you're constantly stressed out, you're grinding your teeth, you've got ulcers, you like from worrying and stress and stuff like that. We're going to talk about stress management. work-life balance. How are you dealing on a day-to-day basis? Where are we at with it? So that is another healthy hair area. Melanie says, yes, honey, Phil, share from your overflow. All right, so let's talk about, so this one is stress management, managing daily life, work-life balance. How are we doing in that one? And then we got one more and we're done. I'm so thankful that y'all are taking care of yourselves. It makes me happy. Oh, who's ready for the last one? This has been intense. You guys have done amazing, amazing. Let's see here. Let's see the last one. Give us any feedback if there's anything you want to share about what you experienced doing that one. I just want you always to feel free to just pop off in the comments. The next one that we are going to do, if you want to get a head start, is going to be career, self-expression, and trading your gifts in the world. And I'll explain kind of what I mean by that. Healthy Hair says work on establishing boundaries. Boom. So we're talking about life and stress. And something that she's commenting that she experiences with that is establishing boundaries. Don't be available 24/7 to people. That part. Goal, turn off phone for first hour. The boldness and brilliance. The bold and the brilliant. It is not a soap opera. It is a comment that you're privy to right now. She says she has a goal to turn off her phone for 1 hour a day and do me, pour into me. The boldness of turning off the phone. I know somebody else in this chat that is bold and turns off their phone as well. I love that. I admire that. I respect that. I thank you for sharing that. That's fire. That is fire. I think that's really powerful. So take that and think about if that's something you want to add to your life. I know I'm going to entertain that myself. I used to do this experiment where I would leave the house. People would be like, oh, it's dangerous. I would leave the house without my phone and just like go on a walk or go run an errand or do something. And it felt weird. So I love that. Okay, last one. So let me just give a little explanation. We're going to do this one. We're going to wrap it up and we're going to go on our way. I wanted to get us in and out of here in an hour, but we're a little over. Okay, let's see here. Trading your gifts, your self-expression, your career. So this is a loose area. If you don't have a job, you're retired, you're independently wealthy, whatever your scene is, even if you're like, oh, I don't have a career, you have energy. You have a unique energy signature. You have gifts to bring. You are a part of this beautiful, diverse planet. You are exchanging energy. So whether you're doing that at a corporation in exchange for, a paycheck, a W-2, whether you are going on social media and offering information about, I don't know, how to do lawn and garden work, whether you are just being a good neighbor, that you have gifts to share in the world. So how are you doing? How is your self-expression? Are you showing up in an authentic way, in a way that you feel is truly you? That kind of thing. So when I talk about career, self-expression, trading your gifts, it's anything that will go under that umbrella. You got 60 seconds and we're going to wrap it up. Go.
stopping session.
You know what that is? That's a round of applause for you. Amazing job. This is a lot of hard work. We're not going to have, like, I'm not going to make you do something like this every single time, but I think it is important to get a starting place. So thank you for doing that. Hopefully this helped you connect with things that are important to you, that feel good for you. I want to see what your feedback is, what your thoughts are, and then I'm going to leave you with one more word in just a minute. She says, love this one. This is Healthy Hair. I love sharing my gifts. I love that you share your gifts too. You're so rich. But I really love receiving gifts and talents from others. I love that. You learn a lot this way. I call it the blessings bartering system. Another system? We're going to have to learn about this one too. We all have gifts. Amen. Let's hear Melanie Clark says, thanks, A. This was great. I love you and appreciate you. See you next week. Mwah! Thank you, Melanie. Oh, y'all, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Until we meet again next week for another huddle, I want you to remember the 3 letters that are the most important on your health journey are IER. We're going for healthier, okay? And if you don't do the habits and you didn't drink more water and you didn't get in more cardio, you didn't whatever, it is still healthier for you to give yourself grace and show back up and try again next week than it is for you to berate yourself and quit. So we're going for better, we're going for healthier, we're going for kinder, we're going for more grace, we're going for moving in the general direction of what is better. Your journey is unique to you. I love you. I thank you so much for being here, and I'm going to be back next week. Mwah! Hearts to you, Healthy Hair. Love your blessing system. Oh, that's good. Mwah! I love you. And until next week, I'll see you. I'll see you then. Bye. Next Sunday at 10, I think is probably what we're going to do. Let's see if I can figure out how to end this. Yeah. You will stop immediately. You no longer be live. That's fair. All right. Mwah. Thanks, guys. Congrats.